Alright, YouTube. We had it today, but it ain't car stuff. And I don't like heights. Look at it. That's my dad down there. He said he's too good to get up here and try to help me out. So anyway, we worked on the Venza a little bit today. Changed brakes on out. I didn't film. I'm trying to get everything done. Got the storm coming. I want to get this done. I'm building a 12 by 16 lean-to off the side of my smaller building here. So we're gonna get this screwed down. Finish screwing this down. We're gonna go get the tin for it tonight, hopefully. Maybe I can film some of that on the way, that, anything like that. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so we ain't gonna get no racing, but we will have car footage because I'm going to try to work on the Supra this weekend, or maybe a clutch and a time belt in a Tacoma. So let's see what happens. But anyway, stay with us, see what we get done today. All right, y'all, we're here. Project. Look, we got it in there. So if we eventually close it in, the truck's a little too long. So we'd have to add like probably 4 foot on that side or 4 foot on this side. So the shed, we made it 16 foot. It'd be really close. I think the truck's really close to that. The cars are 15, so you know, we could close it in and use this one for the tractor, you know, and go that route. But or I could just leave it open. I don't care either way. If I do leave it open, I'll probably at least close in this side over here. Anyway, what y'all think about my new shed? I still gotta get the roof. But anyway, we're gonna move the car in here because we got stuff to do it this weekend. Hopefully we're gonna take this one. Don't mind all my junk. We're gonna take this truck back to the guy that owns it and swap it out for another one. And then his Tacoma's also we gotta work on. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a trip to Lowe's. Mullet man, what you gonna do when there's a mullet man? What you doing over here, mullet man? Look at all these stickers. S&W Race Cars, Dragger Dice, Spool Media, Bang the Light, Gassers. A couple Gassers on there. I got a DeBerti up there. That's a bad memory for me, y'all. Steel City 2006. Actually, that was an awesome memory. The weekend after was a bad memory. Summit Racing, let me tell you about that bad memory, 2006. We tried to dig deep when we come back from the track. So yeah, this one's a mess. We gotta clean this up. Anyway, we come back, Steel City 2006. Man, we had a blast. Went with some friends, some family. Went and watched some racing. Chris stealing my tools. But anyway, we come back and we was all like, let's go ride. And we was all pumped up. We loaded up. We went to Brushy Mountain in Taylorsville. My cousin, I think it was my cousin, he's like, y'all, we just came back from watching AMA Supercross, having fun, Steel City, be careful. We go into the woods from the truck and there's some little breaker jumps, like water breaks, and we were jumping them. And the guy in front of me hit one, and he hadn't rode in a long time, and he hit one and was straight up in the air. And when he did, I was already on the face of the jump. Front wheel was coming off when I seen him crashing, and I wrecked. Well, he wrecked, and I couldn't avoid him because you can't stop when you're in the air, obviously. So, what are you laughing at? You know, you got some air brakes or something? You think air brakes really stop you in the air? What are you laughing at? Look at him, he's more organized than I am. He won't put my stuff back, but he's in here cleaning his stuff up. Anyway.
That's what hat is.
Anyway, look at this old drill press, y'all. Look at that.
Papa actually has one of them.
This was my grandpa's. This is Papa's dad's. Anyway, what are you doing?
I'm trying to fix this because I bent it the wrong way.
Okay. So we come back, guy wrecks. My front tire, I was on my buddy's CR500, and my front tire hit him right in his lower back. He was okay. He was a little sore, but he was okay. I wasn't. I ended up having to call my dad to come get me.
Then he ran you into the wall.
And he took me to urgent care. And about an hour and a half ride. I waited on him for an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there. Hour and a half ride back. Went to urgent care. They told me I had a chipped bone in my tooth. Had a chipped bone in my knee. And so they said, no, nothing we can do. We're going to see a specialist. So I went to see a specialist. Come to find out, it was not a chipped bone. My ACL tore completely in half and the tendon folded over. And when it folded over, it made it thick enough to make it look like I had a chipped bone in my tooth. So ACL replacement in 2006. So yeah, it's a good memory. We had a blast, had a lot of fun. But it's also somewhat of a bad memory. I don't know. We had fun riding. Those guys, I'm going to tell it this way. That's the way I like to tell it. Those guys, we got back. They got me back to the truck. We could literally see the trucks through the woods. We got back to the trucks. They hopped on the bikes, took off riding. Well, let me sit there. The pawpaw got there. What do you think about that about Cousin Dwayne, huh? Look, what do you think about Cousin Dwayne leaving me sitting there waiting for an hour and a half, 2 hours for pawpaw to get there?
Don't surprise me.
No, I was really not in any pain. I got some ice from the guys at Brushy. They were really nice. They were, asked if I need anything like that. I just had some ice, and I told those guys, I said, look, y'all, I'm not in that much pain. I got some drinks here to drink. Just go ride, enjoy it, have fun. If I need some help, those guys up there at the thing will help me out. So they went and rode.
I found
Guys,
this.
whole group of them. There was man, there's probably 6 or 7 people there that day. They all went and rode. What do you think about that? Left me sitting there. You know, it's crazy. So when it happened, I was hurting, y'all. That's painful. If any of y'all ever had that happen, it's painful. When it first happened, it was kind of like an adrenaline kicked in, but it's painful anyway. The whole I was out of work for like 8 months. But when I went, I got up because it hurt initially, and then I guess adrenaline kicked in, so it quit hurting. So I got up, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ride the bike back to the trucks because we can see the trucks. And when I went to get on the bike, I stood on my left leg, went to kick my right leg over, and when I did, I could feel the bottom half of my leg stay still and the top half twisted inside my knee. So I knew something was wrong, but it is what it is. Anyway, enough babbling. Sorry, y'all. Let's get back to doing some things. We got to clean the garage out a little bit. We're going to move the Super up here. It's missing real bad. We got to do plugs. I got some electrical stuff to hook up and stuff like that. We'll probably do over the weekend because we're going to Lowe's. So stay with us. All right, y'all. Let me show you what. Hopefully, we're going to start. I just found a whole box of screws, I think. No, those are nails. I don't use nails. All right, y'all. So let me show you what we have that we need to work on. So everybody, they know I love my 7M or my 6-cylinder stuff. I like my 7M stuff. I wouldn't change it because I like to stay kind of like with what it come in it or whatever, at least stay with the brands. Don't get me wrong, I love the LS swap stuff. It's just not something that I would really do, but I'm kind of leaning, I don't know. Anyway, because we're talking about putting a Ford in a Corolla, so I can't even say that anymore. Anyway, let me show you what I got. So you got one block. That's a turbo block. There is a snake back here probably. Engine parts. There's another block back here. Should be a crank back here. It's all 7M stuff. That's turbo block. That's non-turbo block. The only difference between this and the non-turbo is the turbo blocks have oil squirters in them. The turbo blocks also take they take 2 knock sensors, and the non-turbo block only takes 1 knock sensor. Not a huge deal considering I run a standalone system now. That's a project. New set tail or non-new set, no set tail lights. There's a head off of 7M. We're gonna go through and we're gonna port these out, send that to the machine shop, get everything done. I don't know when all this is gonna take place. I would love to start working on building a motor to put together to have for when something happens to the one over there, because obviously anybody that does this stuff knows eventually something's gonna happen.
Some kids.
There's the mirrors I was going to put on my Ford truck. Y'all think I should put them on? Never mind. I ain't putting those on. Just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Anyway, what else I got over here? Anyway, I got a bunch of junk in here, y'all. So that's the plan, because we have a couple little spare motors, spare blocks. Got a crank. Of course, I'd have the crank sent off and make sure everything's good on the crank. I'd have the guy that done the crank in my white car do that crank. He was really good. I'd even do that. I don't know where I'll take the head to. Harrington's done the head on the white car. So probably, I don't know. I don't think the guy that done my head actually still works there, but yeah, Harrington done the head, so I don't know where I would take that to. But anyway, that's the plan. I've got all the stuff for the most part. I mean, I would have to buy my rods and pistons, rings, bearings, but you know, all the major, a lot of the stuff. But that's the plan, is to hopefully be able to build an engine before that one blows up. But let's clean this garage out, get the car moving, go to Lowe's. All right, y'all, here it is. It's 9 o'clock. We're leaving Lowe's, finally. Look at this big old load. That's about too much for this 4Runner, ain't it? That's what we're going to use for the roofing. We're going to use that tan. It is the plastic roofing style stuff. So I'm gonna check my lights. It is the plastic roofing style stuff, but we got the wood down, so we're going to use that stuff just to keep the water off the roof and just keep it from rotting the wood and stuff. Almost got something up with my plug still on the 4Runner here, so we'll get it figured out. But let's get home and call it a night for tonight. So we're gonna get this home, unhook the trailer, and I guess get ready for bed. Let's see, maybe not. All right, y'all. Let me turn, see if I can get this light on me. There you go. That's it for tonight. So it's kind of like story time type deal. Just kind of what we're working on. If you can see or not, but nope. We got the trailer sitting there with the big load on it we went and got, but that's it for this one. Tomorrow we're going to put that stuff on. I'll video that a little bit and get ready for this rain coming. Did you see Petey? Listen, y'all, it's so peaceful out here. I love living out here. But yeah, so we'll get that on tomorrow. We'll yeah, go from there. I don't know how much we get done. If I get enough time. We put brakes on Dad's car today. The caliper's acted a little funny, so we went ahead and put the brakes on. We got them on, but he has a caliper sticking, so he's going to buy 2 new calipers. We'll put them on tomorrow. I'll film some of that. Well, I'll say we're going to do that tomorrow. If I get home in time and we do the roof, we'll do that tomorrow. So hopefully we can get that done for him. But anyway, that'll be it for this one, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night.